Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
Love, honor to the apostles, known as the great millstone, and peace and salutations to the elect. This is another GMS Dallas class, and today we're going to be going into when Yahweh Shai said in Matthew 24, the love of many shall wax cold, which that's what we're seeing. Before Jacob's trouble becomes full-fledged, what we're going to see is a buildup of more and more, basically Egyptian against Egyptian, like Isaiah 19 chapter talks about. Okay, so let's go ahead and start off with that Matthew 10, Mama Rashad. And we're going to read all the way up until verse 21 in that. Start at verse 16, Mama Rashad.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 10 and verse 16. And this is red letter, so this is our Lord speaking. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves."
Yeah, so even, we was listening to the apostles on the way, before we started. They're going live right now. And they were talking about speaking in code. You gotta be circumspect, and you have to know, because even when we see instances in the New Testament where it talks about the Gentiles and certain things like that, that was done on purpose, man. So that way, we can have the word in these times. Apostle Har, he said on the stream, he was like, if the Bible clearly wrote out that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites in the scriptures, it would be banned. It's a mystery. Absolutely. And so what Paul said, we speak the mystery unto them that are perfect. Right? And so let's keep going on that.
Matthew 10 and 17, it says, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues."
Yep, and we were talking about this last night on the side. Who was it?
Yeah.
Who else was it?
Me and Kahan.
Yeah, that's right. And basically our own family members, you know what I'm saying? Your friends, whoever in the world that you may have associated with in the past, they're all susceptible to falling in this category of turning you over. So you got to be in the mentality of knowing and expecting that. Okay, read verse 17 again.
Verse 17, Matthew 10 and 17, "But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to the councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues."
Yeah, because like we ended up reading last night in 2 Ezra 16 and was like 70, where it talks about they will be like madmen sparing none. Basically, what we're seeing is a lot of turmoil spooling up. Obviously we had what we call him, Captain Kirk now.
Yeah.
What I'm saying? Situation unalive on Wednesday. You got Israel invading, or not invading, excuse me, but putting out hits to people, striking, randomly striking targets in Qatar. A lot of stuff going on, and it's only causing more and more division. Okay, it's only causing more and more. Like we saw a lot this week of people going online and saying how they really feel. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of Edomite on Edomite tension right now, which we love it. We love to see it.
That's Egyptian against Egyptian.
That's exactly right. And we're gonna hold that. Keep holding that. First Timothy, or 2 Timothy.
I got it.
But I want to get all the way to verse 21.
Matthew 10 and 18 now, it says, "Ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles."
Yep, that's what we're doing right now. And it's going to come to a point where, some individuals that are of the elect, they're going to have to be martyrs for Yahweh Shai, right? And that's why Yahweh Shai said, don't think on what you're going to say in that time, because the Spirit of the Lord is going to give you what you need to say. Okay, and as long as we continue in that, in our profession that's been given to us, sighing and crying, all right, the Lord is going to keep that spirit on us, man. You see?
No, go ahead.
All right, let's get point in verse 21.
You want to jump down?
What verse you are right now?
19.
Just
That's pretty much what you quoted. What you just said.
yeah. Charlotte, I just read it.
Matthew 10 and 19, it says, "But when they deliver you up, Take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in the same hour what ye shall speak.
See? Go ahead.
For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you.
Yeah, you know, so that's why, you know, Moses said, you know, you're not bucking up against me, you bucking up against the Most High. Whenever he was talking to, you know, the wicked of our people in the wilderness, like, basically, they were talking all manner of smack amongst, you know, to Moses and Aaron, saying, you know, you let us out here in the wilderness for us and our children to die. All right, so that's the common denominator amongst the unfaithful of our people. And when the going gets tough, people are going to start picking sides, okay? They're going to become more susceptible to Satan. We saw a tiny little taste of it, you know, 5 years ago with the sea ragamuffin, you know what I'm saying? During, what was the folly days, like Thanksgiving, you got to get a test, you have to show a negative test just to come around your family. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come back in a major way when the MOTV start coming around. Basically, if you ain't leaning towards the MOTV taking side, people going you know, give you the cold shoulder. You got something?
I got a precept, you know, and ultimately that's why we can't be too. I mean, obviously we have family, we understand that. That's the reason why the scriptures state more so. Yahweh Shai said in the scriptures that if you can't hate your family members in this world, you ain't fit to be a disciple. Because it's going to come to the point where we're going to have to pick a side.
Part of that whole love of many waxing cold. That's gonna happen with us too.
Exactly.
We ain't excluded from that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody that the Lord put in that bucket of people who can rat you out, that's what's gonna happen with you and them.
Yep.
And so fucking what? Because at the end of the day, if you are the elect of the nation of Israel, that's what I'm saying, you the parent any fucking way. So fuck them.
That's right.
At the end of the day. Parents included, if they ain't with this truth. I'm not gonna say fuck you, mom. You know what I'm saying? But if the Lord got it written in her story for her to be taken out, what the fuck I would do?
Exactly.
Right.
You see? So if you love your family the way you say you love them, you better do the work.
That's right.
You got it. This is Micah 7:5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a God. Which is exactly what was being explained right here. It says, keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. And that even goes into that pillow talk. You know what I'm saying? Like Samson is a key example of how that stripped his power away. Just with that pillow talk.
You definitely want to leave the conversation if you pillow talking.
Yeah, exactly.
Say uses your woman as your primary enemy,
Yeah.
just because she's so close to your bosom. So a lot of brothers unaware just be saying things that they shouldn't be saying, you know?
That's it.
That word bind, that word bind in that scripture, bind the strong man. When he goes into bind, you know what I'm saying? He goes into demons jumping on your gal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Elder Mother Gunn said this, I never forget. He said, even when it come to his family or his woman, please protect me from them if they out of pocket.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
That was what I said, right? Okay.
want that
Somebody,
verse 21?
Yeah, verse 21 is the point, and then once we get that, somebody else can hold 2nd Ezra 5 and read verse 2 and then drop down to verse 9 on that 2nd Ezra 5 Bible shot. Let's finish that out.
Matthew 10:21 now, it says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death.
Yeah, you see that? So that's family on family. You know what I'm saying? So imagine the conditions that are going to cause situations like that.
Right.
You know? Right. And people don't really think about that because I don't know why. Maybe because gas ain't $5 a gallon right now, or you can still, I mean, stuff's going up, but I guess people still think that
They got options.
yeah, they still think that they got options and that a relationship, our people think that a relationship with the Yahweh Shem Shai is not mandatory. Okay?
Right. Think they're still good and cheap.
Yeah, you know? So, but it's
I'll
okay.
get to it when I get to it type.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I get some money first.
I'll get right when it's time to get ready.
Well, that's why the scriptures say, put not off the Lord from day to day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta maintain that relationship with the Lord. And even Job said, I desire his words more than my necessary food. Like, you supposed to yearn for that communication with the Lord. Okay?
And my verse would be verse 22.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Come, verse 22, Matthew 10 to 22, it says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. But he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved.
That's it. You see? So for the sake of Yahushua, which I know, Zaquan, me and you going into that 1 Peter, that's a heavy topic, being persecuted and suffering for righteousness' sake, for the testimony of Yahushua.
Did King David say that? Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Oh, yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. The cause is laid out. The hands is dealt. You know what I'm saying? You got it.
Come. You know, so we just got, like I said, he that endureth to the end shall be saved. So you can have a great start, all right, and a great middle, but if you catch a cramp in the middle of that marathon, or right at the end, in the last 100 meters, you could be in first place, go from first place to last place. You know? So it's about how you, yeah.
Hey, but also too, if I just may add to that point, you know, looking at the balance of it, man. Hey, Jacob fought with his hip out his joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just adding on to the point. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta learn how to fight injury. You know, when you fight injury, it could be a various different amount of things, man. It could be, you know, it could be you losing your family.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It could be you getting locked up. You could be at work and then all of a sudden the authorities come, FBI come to your job, you in handcuffs walking out, people looking at you. You know what I'm saying? You can throw your ass in the back of a car and lock your ass up. At that point, it's like, okay, what are you gonna do in that point? Are you gonna trust the Lord, or are you gonna fold? You know, and that's when the scriptures come to mind about how our forefathers got locked up and what did the Lord do? He raised the standard in that time. You know, not to say, you know,
Absolutely, because there's two sides to the coin. You could overcome, because the scriptures say a righteous man falls 7 times but get back up. So you could be at the number, and ultimately if you're of the elect, even if you stumble, you ain't gonna, you still gonna make it. All right, you're gonna get back up, you're gonna persevere.
Shit, look at the Apostle Peter. He denied the Lord 3 times and still ended up being the head of the church.
Right.
So, that's what I'm saying.
that's how the story was written.
He trusted in the Lord, apparently.
Yep.
You know? He had to be put in that position. We got to be put in those positions. That's why second Ezra, we went into that last night. Woe unto them that have faint hearts.
Oh yeah, the second.
Prepare your soul for temptation. That whole chapter. You know what I'm saying? My bad. But yeah, that's what the whole point of serving the Lord is to go through some shit.
Right.
You know? You got it.
That's why the scripture says the sacrifices that are acceptable unto him are a contrite heart and a broken spirit. When you break that word contrite down and you look that word up in the Hebrew, Elder Micah Allah went into it actually in camp yesterday, and it means to actually be ashamed of yourself sometimes, and not ashamed just in yourself, but your shortcomings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Just to add to the point.
That flesh. I would say you got to deal with that flesh.
I mean, add to what you said was beautiful, you know, with Jacob fighting with the angel. You know, he hitting his, socket out of joint, he was still fighting wounded. You know, and that's through the spirit, that's the, telltale sign of the elect, because we all are bruised. We all are wounded, we sick, you know what I mean? Putrefying sores, you know what I mean? All these things that we got to deal with. But ultimately, it's just through the spirit, we still have to fight.
Right, because that's ultimately, if I can just add to your point, that's the condition of the battle.
There we go.
And that may be your particular condition
Right.
that you're gonna have to battle against, whatever it is, loss of a loved one, an ailment, whatever the case may be. Everybody can sing to the choir about what they got going on, but at the end of the day, it's about who endures.
Right.
Strive for the truth until the death, and the Lord shall fight for you. You see, paraphrase.
You know what I'm saying? What Jacob say, I'm not letting you go
Right.
until you give me a blessing. That's the
Yeah.
spirit you gotta be in. You know? That's what I'm saying. Most people don't even realize they in a fight till they get hit.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nigga done hit your ass with a 2-piece. You like, oh shit, this is happening.
You said it. That's really when you in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real. That's when it becomes real. When you actually get you know, you have to go through adversity. That's why I like that scripture in Proverbs, if thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength or thy faith is small. Because you don't really know the weight of your faith until it's tested.
Man.
Did we finish that verse 21?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
Bubble shot.
You mind skipping verse 34? 34. Go ahead.
I thought about that too. Matthew 10 and 34, and again, red letter, it says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
That's that division that's prophesied to come.
Yep.
You see? You're gonna have to make a decision. Y'all said you want to go with the Lord or you want to stay here. You see? And the Lord already told you if you can't forsake all the people, you ain't worthy to be a disciple. So you're gonna have to figure out what that means and move accordingly. Go ahead.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's foes shall be they of his own household.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be because of this truth, because of this doctrine. You see? When it comes, I would say, when it comes to the word and believing on the Lord, as the scripture has said, 9 times out of 10, your family ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? They still stuck on Jesus and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't gotta wake up your whole fucking family.
Real. Fact. You know. So that was it on that Matthew 10.
Yeah,
I mean, I know everything's good. I don't know what chapter's good. It's hard to, you know. But let's get that Second Timothy,
Okay.
and then Second Ezra as well.
Like I said, that's it.
Okay. Let's get Second Ezra first. Second Ezra 5.
You said start at verse 2 and come to verse
Yeah.
11.
Start at verse 2 and then drop down to verse 9.
Verse 9. This is Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 2.
We just start at the top.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Second Ezra
Like
5,
the brothers from Chicago said, man, if you start at 2, you might as well should start at the top.
Second Ezra 5 and 1, it says, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to concerning that word. Concerning that word tokens. A token is a sign, right? So basically, leading up to this chapter, the concept of judgment coming down, all right, on these heathen, because at this point, we were under captivity. We're still in captivity under the Medo-Persian Empire, right? So basically, like Ezra was asking the angel, like, you know, how we gonna get out of this captivity? How we gonna get out of this captivity? We had the Babylonians ruling over us. The Assyrians took over the northern kingdom. Like, why is it that the Lord put the Spirit on and His name on Israel, and then the heathen are ruling over us, right? And so the conversation of Israel being redeemed came up, right? Just abridging the chapter 3 and chapter 4, and then when you read in the beginning of chapter 5, it says concerning the tokens, right? Meaning, how are we going to know that we're in the time of judgment, right? So who's reading that? I got you. Okay.
This is Second Ezra chapter 5, verse 1 again. I'll just read it again. Nevertheless, nevertheless, as concerning the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith.
Yeah. So I was going to say real quick too, and that taking a great number is going into just mass confusion. Right. You know what I'm saying? The mass extensive confusion that you see going on right now in Babylon, especially. You know, that's why it says afterward. Read that last part again.
It says, "And the land shall be barren of faith."
The land shall be barren of faith. You know what I'm saying? So all this confusion going on, you get the product of it. You know what I'm saying? Babylon, confused people, a woman walking around like, you know what I'm saying, with a damn box fade, shit like that, calling herself a nigga, you know, vice versa, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, that's all that's taking place, and that's going to segue ultimately to its destruction. It's a sign that this is Babylon. You know?
It's like the scripture says. It says that whom the God of this world has blinded. You know, there's people walking around who's literally blinded because they're taking away of the God of this world. Right? You know, Esau evil, but he's being controlled through the left hand side, right? says, verse 2, but iniquity shall be increased above that which now, excuse me, read that again. But iniquity shall be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago.
You see,
It works.
yeah, exactly. Because when you read it, the end of chapter, the middle of chapter 3, excuse me, Ezra was basically questioning, like, how is it that these heathen who are wicked got in a position of ruling over us? Like, Lord, are you dealing with us anymore? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or is there another covenant that you made with the heathen to where they was able to rule over us? You know, and now the level of wickedness that Ezra was seeing, the angel was telling him, like you said, it's about to get worse, man. It's about to get worse than this. You think this is bad? And we seen it. When you really go into the history, we know that the Babylonian Empire and the Medo-Persian Empire was not the pinnacle of the hell that Israel caught as a nation. You know, you still had the Greeks, you know, the Grecian Empire, that captivity. You still had the Roman Empire, right, that we had to go through. And then, of course, this place, you know, the American Empire.
The second leg of the Roman Empire.
Right.
Because over here in America is where, you know, we completely lost our heritage. At least
Right.
in the Medo-Persian Empire, we knew, you know, we were still Israelites. The Greek Empire, you know what I'm saying? That's when the people began to be Hellenized. But you still had that collective, you know, the Maccabees, the Hasmonean dynasty that still fought. Yeah, that still fought to keep the customs. Then the Romans came, and then, you know, the scribes and the Pharisees, they were remnants of the Hasmoneans. You know what I'm saying? They were remnants of that family. So that, you know, we still knew at a small degree that we were still Israelites.
Yeah.
But here in America is where we completely lost our heritage, where it got completely like beat out of us. We were destroyed.
Yeah.
That's where it says in Revelation, the 11th chapter, that we were prophesying sackcloth for 3 days and a half. See, prophesying the sackcloth represents us being in that destroyed state, being in slavery, us not knowing our, you know, who we were as a people. And then after that, that's when the spirit of life entered into us, and now you see what's going on today.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'll just keep reading that.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
it kind of says
that's cool. That's cool.
Verse 3, it says, in the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Yeah. So right now, man, can you speak on that, bro? Because I want to get the I keep referencing that in 2nd Ezra 3.
Yeah.
But I don't know what verse it is.
What the land is talking about is here, talking about here in America, man. It says the land is what I'll read it again. It says, in the land that thou seest now to have root. Because here, this is the land that dwells without care. You see, people still, like you said, we mentioned it earlier. You know, you can still walk around, you know, you can still go to the grocery store, still get some fast food. You can still freely drive and go here, there, and everywhere. You still people got going to work. People getting married. You know what I'm saying? You got all these various different things.
You got a hot date.
Yeah, a hot date. I got a hot one. So you got all these things. I got all these things going on, but here it is very soon. You know, this shit's about to get shut down. It says that it will be wasted suddenly. You see, in the scripture says that how the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, which means it's going to suddenly come. It's going to suddenly hit people. And it's not just going to be one day.
Right.
The day of the Lord is going to be a time frame, whereas you're going to just start seeing shit just happen.
You may say peace and safety, just sudden destruction, you know?
You may wake up and then all of a sudden you look at your bank account, you got negative, you know what I'm saying, $0 in your bank account. Everybody. So somebody be a multi-millionaire, and they wake up and then next morning they nothing in their bank account because they transition over to another system.
Right.
What do you think those people gonna do in that day?
Nobody
They gonna try to kill
call,
themselves.
no responses to whoever you're trying to reach out to get answers. Is gonna
Yeah,
be
it's gonna be the phones gonna be tied up. There's gonna be lines at the banks. It's gonna be complete mayhem and chaos, man. You see, but that's gonna be a compilation of things, you know. Yeah, you found it.
I found it. Yeah, I'll just read it. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 3 and verse 28, and this is again a question that Ezra was posing to the angel Uriel that appeared to him. It says, "Are there deeds then any better that inhabit Babylon, that they should therefore have the dominion over Zion?" Right, which we know that Zion, that represents the nation of Israel, and those that inhabited Babylon, even though it mentions Babylon, it was during the Medo-Persian Empire, but we know that the Persians and the Medes, they took over the capital city, Babylon. So it's basically talking about the heathen in general, right? And it says, for when I came thither and had seen impieties without number, then my soul saw many evildoers in this 30th year, so that my heart failed me. Right? Again, just looking at the wickedness of that time, which we can compare to today. We looking at Ezekiel the 9th chapter. We started crying for the abominations that are being done in the midst of this place that we're in now. Right? It says, verse 30, for I have seen how thou sufferest them sinning, and hast spared wicked doers, and hast destroyed thy people, and hast preserved Salaki, and has preserved thine enemies, and has not signified it. Right? So basically, again, Ezra was seeing all of the basically destruction that was going on towards Israel, kind of like, you know, Asaph in Psalm 73. You know, another parallel to that. You know, so that was the question and the sentiment that was being posed. And here in 2nd Ezra 5, we're getting a response to that. You know, so you keep going on that.
All right, it's 2nd Ezra 5, I'll read verse 3 again. It says, in the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly.
Right, so just kind of going in on what we just read in 2nd Ezra 3, like you said, that land in these times is talking about Babylon the Great, right? Because the spirit of the prophets is subject unto the prophets. Like, wherever the Lord got the prophets at, the majority concentrated, that's where the prophecy is going to take place. You see? So, same thing with this place. We already know this place is going to be completely destroyed. Right. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Bubbles and Shot, you mind if I get that in the GMT?
Yeah.
2nd Ezra 5 and 3 in the GMT. It says, the country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins with no inhabitant or traveler there.
That's it. Damn,
You know,
that's how
like-
you know where it's at.
Yeah.
And that links with Jeremiah 50, I think like what, 20 and 21, it speaks about how Babylon is the hammer of the whole earth. You know, Revelation 7. Okay. 2nd Ezra 5 and 3, G&T again says, the country that you now see ruling the world will lie in ruins with no inhabitant or traveler there.
Come on, man.
Ruling the world.
Come on, man. But that ain't canonized though, so you can't count that.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro. The fuck you mean? I was how you gonna just knock off chunks of the truth and just walk off?
Right. They just say that we wrong.
Nah, that's what I said. We'll see. That's why I say we're willing to put our faith up against yours any day.
Right. Well, that goes up. That lines up. Just reading that. That lines up with Isaiah 14, where it talks about Lucifer. You know how pretty much he's the son of the morning. He's brought down. When you get Lucifer, it says the king of Babylon. You know, and we know the king of Babylon, the ruler of today, who will be ruling. You know, so that's proof that it's talking about America, bro. So America is a country that it's the whore that controls the beast. It's the whore that rides upon the beast.
I said we speaking in code, just like the apostles been going into for the past couple of days. You see, the code don't say those who are initiated have cracked the code.
Right, yeah.
You see, the scriptures talk about the initiated.
Yeah.
Those that's gonna be persecuted. Yeah, those that's gonna be persecuted for unlocking the mystery.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know, you got it.
Let's keep yeah, go.
All right, 2nd Ezra chapter 5, verse 4, it says, but if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see after the third trumpet that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day.
Yeah, so that's why we say Lord willing. You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we're able to endure in the times that's coming, man. Okay. Keep going on that, Bible shot.
And blood shall drop out of the wood, and the stone shall give his voice, and the people shall be troubled.
Mm-hmm.
And even he shall rule whom they look not. Excuse me. Yeah, verse 6, it says, and even he shall rule whom they look not for that dwell upon the earth, and the fowl shall take their flight away together. And the Sodomite sea shall cast out fish, and make a noise in the night, which many have not known, but they shall all hear the voice thereof.
Yep. Yeah, man. Ultimately, it's going to be a lot of judgment going out. Okay, but the point I wanted to get is in verse 8, Bro.
Yep, verse 8. Yep. And I saw them on the sea casting on fishes, all these different philosophies and things of that nature that's being casted out here. But even in the midst of these different philosophies, you have the truth that's being proclaimed, right? Verse 8, it says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be offset out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right. There shall be confusion and also in many places, man. And that's ultimately what you've been seeing. People are making their opinions made known openly with social media. You know, you have the ability to state your viewpoints, and anybody can see it. And this week has really shown that a lot of people are ready for turmoil, man. The talk of I don't know if that's going to trigger the algorithm civil war. I don't know, you know, we can say that, but that's been a big topic lately. You know, it's only going to continue to ramp up from there. Okay. Did we get?
I got a precept.
Well, verse 9.
Well, verse 9.
Yeah, verse 9. Yeah. And then we get your precept.
2 Ezra 5 and 9, it says, and salt water shall be found in the sweet, and all friends shall destroy one another.
Yeah, salt water is undrinkable. Sweet water is drinkable. So it's going to be a disruption in the what's it called? Food distribution. Okay, the water contamination. And it said, what's the second part?
Friends shall destroy one another.
Yeah, friends shall destroy one another, man.
I would say what Alex Jones say, I will eat your ass.
That's all. Yeah, I will eat my neighbor.
Yeah. Talk about eating his neighbor. My kids ain't finna starve, I will eat you. And keep on moving. That's what the scripture's saying. It's letting you know it's gonna be people with that mindset.
It's gonna be a bitter time, so you find salt water and sweet water that's disgusting to you. You expect the sweet taste, right? It's gonna be a bitter situation all the way around. Everybody be pissed off, like you quoted the endless lesson. Love of many shall wax cold. Why? Because iniquity is abound. It's gonna be a sorry ass time for everybody. So everybody's gonna be on the edge, pissed off, attitudes, short fuses. Because it's going to be that evading dialectic, pressure from below, pressure from above. So it's going to be a completely bitter situation all the way around.
Yeah, Luke 21 and 25.
Yep.
The word, what is it, distress? You know, when you go into that word, it talks about that carrot squeeze that squeeze you in a position to where the farmer can administer the medicine. The farmer is Esau, and the medicine is that chip. You know what I'm saying? Bro, people finna go. You go on YouTube and you see these shorts. You watch a nigga eat a 10-pound goddamn cheeseburger. Imagine going from a 10-pound cheeseburger to nothing overnight.
Angry.
Fuck you mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gonna go from all these thumbs up and these likes and all these opinions to nothing.
Hey,
All that shit finna be gone, fam.
that's right. And just to add to your point, and this lifestyle that America has pushed has taught you to live like that, to continue to consume and consume and consume. Because eventually, when the supply gets cut off, you're gonna lose it. These people are doped up on food, not even just drugs, but they doped up on the fucking food as well. That's why when you go into that verse the other yarologist quoted, because iniquity shall abound. That word iniquity in the Greek literally means lawlessness. You know what I'm saying? So when you take those rations away from these people, they're gonna bug the fuck out. You know, they're not gonna resort to common reason. And you already see right now how unreasonable motherfuckers are.
Bro, you can be one nigga short. That shit going viral.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where my motherfucking nugget at?
The fucking Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Bro.
I seen that shit even before the Maxine Waters.
That's what I'm saying. So imagine not being able to get one at all.
Yeah, come on.
You go from getting pissed off because they ran out to there ain't none anyway.
Ain't no sandwiches at all. Ain't no peanut butter and jelly.
Bruh, the nigga finna be eating roach bars.
That's right.
Yeah, nigga finna eat roach. I'm saying Gil Bates already been talking about y'all need to learn how to eat insects, my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all need to get these vaccines and eat these roaches. I got shit to do.
That's right.
Not like he the one that's leading nothing, but that's what I'm saying. That's the mindset that he in.
Yeah. He said, "Look, crouton, you gonna use some mealworms, goddamn."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Him and Bezos done bought up all this land, all this farmland. Because that's what I'm saying. They finna take your shit.
They'll take away your Starbucks, your
Yeah.
Frappuccinos,
All that.
Danish shit, that free Wi-Fi, all that chilling, all that shit.
You can still get all that right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People still losing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna say Jay doing whatever they want, click on whatever they want, eat whatever they want, fuck whoever they want. Yeah, all that's gonna stop. Ain't good.
You can get a bitch just by swiping.
I'm telling you.
Shit crazy.
You can get a disease just by swiping.
Yeah. You're buying up water, all these lands that you talk about, so you push all the aquifers that are in the land. Hey, no, you ain't gonna have water.
Yeah.
Wash your ass, to drink,
Bro,
anything.
they talk about that in the what's that? The WEF or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It ain't your right to have water.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Okay, motherfucker. Oh, okay.
Damn.
It's not your right to have water because your body made up most of it.
The earth is made most.
Is it his right to have water? That's what I'm saying. Whose right is it to have water? Like everybody on the planet, right?
It's hard to get shit done.
Fuck out of here, bro. You wanna try to control water and earth? You all that nigga. And that ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got all these plans, but it's not gonna come to fruition.
Right.
You see, the prophets got how the plan is gonna go out. You see?
That's
The
right.
most important things right now that people don't understand is Revelation 13, 14, 15, 16, 20.
Yep. Vocab alone don't understand Revelation 18. He don't think it's talking about. Yeah.
17,
He
18.
get credit for shit. No understand nothing.
Yeah, and it's clear you don't. The prophets got the answer, but the Lord gave the prophets the juice.
No, that's
Go ahead.
Yeah. What did we leave off at?
Verse 9.
Okay. Did we read all of it?
I'll read it again. It says, verse 9, say verse 5 and 9, it says, and salt water shall be found in the sloop, and all friends shall destroy one another. Then shall wit hide itself, and wit means like to know, that's what wit means, but knowledge. Then shall wit hide itself, and understanding withdraw itself into a secret chamber, and shall be sought of many, and yet not be found.
You see that? Because, well, we already know a famine of the word will go out. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, soon, okay? And that's going to be in the midst of all the turmoil that everybody is going to be trying to figure out, which I think it talks about in the next verse. Yeah. Everybody going to be trying to figure out, like, you know, dang, man, how do we lock in with the Lord? Because Jesus ain't going to work for him. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work during the sea ragamuffin. And people gonna really figure out it ain't working, but it's gonna be too late for a lot of people. Okay.
It says, then shall unrighteousness and incontinency be multiplied upon earth. When you get that definition of incontinency, Alright, the definition here says, incontinency refers to the involuntary loss of bladder or bowel control, or less commonly and historically, a lack of self-control, particularly of sexual desire or other passions.
So just like how basically people in that sodomite spirit now, you know, that lets you know we're in the last times, man.
A lot of rape. It's
Yep.
gonna happen too. These women that don't have a covering. Because dudes are just, they get released out of prison.
Yeah.
They just gonna have a spirit of lawlessness and,
That's it.
you know,
And
just
all this shit gonna make the news.
unbridled lust.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
These women that are scantily clad, that's very easy.
Yeah.
Other times we coming into.
Yeah.
So even if they ain't, I don't say this can be all the way covered up with pillows, have on a turtleneck, all that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Back then.
so,
Yeah. Back
rip
then,
all that shit off.
women were not just walking down the street unaccompanied
Right.
in the ancient world with no man around, like no husband, no protection.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I said when this shit hit the fan, the Lord talk about how women are gonna be done.
Yeah.
Ravished and trodden down and stomped out and all that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hey man, I say shit, she could have on a brick suit. She still gonna lose.
Yeah. They gonna find a slave now. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what the shit. I got a slash up.
That movie, Book of Eli, shows a good depiction of that, how it's going to be.
Yep.
Use that woman as bait. But I was more so referencing about that scene when he started walking and he looked down that ledge and he saw them dudes gang
Oh,
raping
yeah,
them.
yeah.
He
Killed
said,
her
Not my
husband.
business, not my business. You know?
And you see how old girl was. She was like, nigga, can I go with you? At the end of the day, look, where you going? She was on that nigga's heels. Like, yeah. That's what I'm saying. He was like, you gonna have to shut the hell up now.
It's like Isaiah 4:1.
There you go.
Right there.
There you go.
That's on the movie Bushwick as well. You see it, that chaos that was happening in New York. Batista, the main character, that chick. As soon as she saw that he was ex-military and killing motherfuckers, she was on his hip the whole movie. And got his ass killed when he watched that shit. Well, it wasn't intentionally, but she was dead weight.
Yeah.
You know, so trying to fucking carry her ass, he ended up getting
That's
killed.
what I'm saying. Your Gucci ain't gonna matter in that thing.
Exactly. It's gonna be right now. It's the price of that has been inflated. It's gonna go back to its regular cost, like its regular value. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Very
shekel or two.
My Gucci, my choice. Not gonna exist.
right. Bad.
Yeah, ain't gonna be your coochie in that. But that's where the word booty comes from.
Yep.
You know, that's exactly what it is. That booty and ass you shaking is gonna be exactly what the word is meant to be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's it.
Let's go real quick for you since I'm talking about it. So these sensitive people don't think we're just talking out of our ass. Isaiah 13 verses 15 to 16. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
There you go.
Man, you see, so like Alex Jones, you know what I'm saying? Y'all already know he gonna go out with a bang when that time comes. The Edomites like them.
Yeah, they
You
gonna
know?
eat somebody.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They gonna fight back, but it ain't gonna be nothing you can do to overthrow prophecy, man. You see? Can you read that last part again, Bob?
Verse 16 again. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes.
Yeah, that lines up with Psalms 137. You see? All right, it ain't gonna be no sparing of children. Ezekiel the 9th chapter 9 and 4. Slay utterly old and young.
That's what I say, bro. Everything Esau push out there is bullshit.
Yeah.
Save the women and children first.
Bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. And he don't even do the shit. He just say it. You know what I'm saying? Save the women and children.
And he gone.
Who gonna protect the women? That's what I'm saying. If you save the women and children, and all that's left is women and children, then what?
Right.
They gonna get ate the fuck up.
Yeah.
So now, that's what I'm saying. What the Lord say? Look, every woman that been with a man, you get rid of. All the men, you get rid of. You know what I'm saying? The young boys, the young girls, we taking them. Spoil. You see?
That's right.
They gonna be slaves. They gonna be handmaids. They gonna be all these different things.
That's right. That's right.
It's gonna get more. It's gonna get more austere, man.
And they not volunteering either.
Nope.
Yeah.
I like volunteer for it.
Yeah, Trump making you think that ever since he got in office, all of the different military branches of the military, like people been enrolling more and all that shit. Nah, bro, ain't nobody trying to sign up for no military, man.
Don't nobody believe. I'm saying the lies ain't working no more.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? When lies don't work no more, it goes to force.
Yep.
Oh, you don't believe in it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When he see that you don't believe him no more, that's war coming out.
Yeah. Somebody get Jeremiah 51:9 real quick. And then can you finish yours?
Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Yeah, you see that? Their houses shall be spoiled. Okay, people gonna come kick down the doors. What's that? Purge style, man.
And that's not past tense.
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah, that's future tense. We looking forward to that.
Yeah, niggas quick to say that already happened. Shit. No, it didn't, nigga. It's coming for your ass.
Right.
That's right. And so the second verse is 15. You know, being child, they see it's gonna be cut off because of the lack of bread, you know, all that. So for a can of beans, and if you got a lady, hey, she might get taken too. There's enough people.
Yeah. Yeah. They, well, yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of people like the scripture. What's that scripture where it say, "Let thy widows trust in me"? Jeremiah 49. I think
Jeremiah 49.
You know what I'm saying? You know, basically that's gonna be that's what's gonna be going down, man. Like the dude, he gonna die protecting his family. This is gonna be a typical situation that's gonna happen a lot. Yeah, you know, household get broken into, whatever. They gonna you know, the husband, he gonna try to protect the family. All right, and he gonna get taken out, and then what? Then what's left?
Or the husband gonna be in the war too.
Yeah.
Like it says in Isaiah 3. You know what I'm saying? It says the bridegroom, you know, pretty much the bride will be one for the bridegroom to the war. A lot of these men will be getting shipped off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
Valley of Yahweh's pot, yep. So it's gonna be a lot of, like, even during World War II, like you said, a lot of people was, you know, overseas. They was fighting in World War II. And who was left to work in the factories? The women. You know what I'm saying? That's where you get the poster. The women, she, you know, got her hand on her bicep. You know what I'm saying? Encouraging the women to help with the war efforts. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of confusion now. Like we just read in 2 Ezra, chapter 5, but yeah, Jeremiah 50. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51. I'm going to start at verse 8 though.
Okay.
And it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
Yeah, you see that? It's going to be suddenly destroyed, man. At the end of the day, after the plagues, all right, pile up on this place, okay, the famine, the pestilence, the sword, the teeth of wild beasts, also the chariots of the Lord, okay, they're going to be on the scene. Then the ICBM missiles are going to come to clean up shop, man, okay? That's when it's going to be that sudden destruction. It's going to be suddenly, like, even when you read in Exodus with the, you know, the plagues, you know, those plagues, they built up to the point where the last plague, which was the Lord taking the spirit of the firstborn of all cattle, any household and any animal that did not have the blood, you know, posted on the doorpost, was taken out. And then you go in the Wisdom of Solomon, it talks about, you know, how dreadful that night was. You know what I'm saying? People were seeing apparitions and all type of, you know what I'm saying, mad, you know, basically going crazy.
Darkness of Egypt.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, and that was all led up to, you know, that sudden destruction. Okay? Right. So how much more Babylon the Great?
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, when you read it, it's just like, you know, in the 2 Ezra 15th chapter, it tells you everything that's going to happen was what happened pretty much in ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you had the prophets that was out there, like Moses and Aaron, speaking the word of the Lord, the miracles taking place, what took place within those plagues of Egypt, going into what you was talking about, and then our deliverance out of Egypt. You know, it's going to happen all over again, just in a modern sense, in a more dramatic sense. So dramatic that the next Passover is going to be a new Passover. You know?
Wow. Yep. It says, they shall no more say, the Lord that delivered Israel out of Egypt, but the Lord that delivered Israel out of the land of the north. You know what I'm saying? That definitely ain't came to pass yet.
Right.
You know, so we're looking forward to that. Did you get that verse 9? Verse 9, Paul?
Yeah, I got you. This is back in Jeremiah 51 and 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Yeah, you know, let us go everyone into our own country. That was the part that came to mind. You know what I'm saying? All these heathen that's over here, you know, making investments. Trump talking about, yeah, man, these tariffs. You know, it's causing these other countries to invest in America. They've invested billions and billions in America. You know what I mean? That's his favorite word. What he was saying that shit. You know, that's his favorite word. And basically, that's all going to come to a screeching halt. Okay? That's all going to come to a screeching halt, man. And they're trying to heal Babylon right now. They're trying to resuscitate it. They're trying to, you know, keep it alive as long as possible. But this place is on hospice, man. Spiritually,
It's sucking in the drain.
yeah, it's going down the drain, man. Okay? So when that happens, say again? I said CTE server. Right. When that happens, well, that's happening already. That's why you're seeing the love of it. Matter of fact, we didn't even get that in Matthew 4. where it talks about
More
that.
than 3 times and ain't even go into it.
Yeah, right.
That's
Yeah,
spirit.
yeah, go ahead.
Matthew 24 and verse 12, it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Yeah, and iniquity is what? Sin stacked on top of sin, right? Now let's get that word wax cold real quick. Okay? Because ultimately it's a spirit, like the scripture says, the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. That's what's going on. Okay? And you got that word?
Yeah, I got it. That word in the Greek is Strong's G5594, psycho. All right, it says to breathe, blow, cool by blowing. It goes out to the point, it says metaphor of waning love.
Yeah, you see that? So your auntie that, you know, bought you a Spider-Man Halloween costume when you were 6, she gonna fast forward to now, you know what I'm saying? That shit's gonna be, that love, that warm, fuzzy sweater that she got you that symbolizes her love for you during Christmas back in the 90s, or, you know what I mean, however long ago it was when you was a little kid and you were still getting Christmas presents. That shit's gonna turn to, what'd you say? Waning love?
Waning love. Yeah.
Oh, okay, and what's the opposite of love? Hate. The absence of love basically is disdain and hate, right? Is there any more of that definition?
In the Strong's, it says by I'm gonna jump down to the bottom portion. It says by implication of reduction of temperature by evaporation, to chill, figuratively wax cold. So,
Yeah.
you know, pretty much it makes me think of like, you know, how when something's hot, you know, it's fervent, it's on fire, but when it's cold, it's the opposite. It's dead. You know, it's dead. Exactly.
It says in Ecclesiastes, in the 12th chapter, it says that those they that look out the windows and be darkened. Like, you can imagine somebody looking out a window. Usually, like, if you can see it clearly, you can see them, but like, imagine like you looking out a window, or you looking at somebody look out a window, and nothing more than like black hair kind of back. like niggas just run up if you want to, but you know what I'm saying? That's kind of
Yeah.
what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like everybody's gonna be on it.
Every man for himself type, like,
Yeah.
you know, some Lone Ranger, like survival of the fittest type shit.
You look out the window with a gun in his hand, looking.
Yeah.
Hey, Salaki, I know we can get back to the scriptures, but you know what comes to mind, you realize, you notice, all them serial killers that was popular in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, niggas disappeared. Niggas ain't disappeared. They on some type of psychiatric med, working a 9 to 5 right now, with some type of comfort here to kind of keep them from going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When that shit starts to happen, these niggas is gonna come out like wildfire. You know?
They can't get their psych meds. People can't get their caffeine. You know what I'm saying? Like coffee, that's people gonna be getting got off of coffee. You know what I'm saying? Just the caffeine. They won't get got off of alcohol. You know, like just that fix and just one just buzz.
I work with people like
you know,
that
people
too.
gonna be getting off on that.
They have their
Right?
meds
You know,
for 2
so
days.
people that rely upon, because you know, here in America, people rely upon caffeine and alcohol just to function.
Food is the most part. Food is
That's the
drugs.
main thing.
Obesity and food has become a drug.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
people gonna go into withdrawal mode. You know, it ain't gonna just be the fact that you're famished and your body's eating within itself. They don't actually go through withdrawal, going bugging out. Yeah.
Toxins.
And Esau did a number, man. Esau did a number with, you know, fast food. 'Cause I remember growing up, you know, of course there's elders that's older than me, brothers that's older than me in this room. You know what I'm saying? But I remember growing up for myself, we didn't really eat fast food like that.
Hell no.
We would have it sometimes.
Once every
like,
week.
once in a blue moon. But now it's like it's spread, like you just get that shit, like, you know what I'm
That's
saying?
part of people's regimen.
Yeah, there are Gen Z, I ain't gonna lie, Gen Z through, bro. They're like, we don't see it, well, maybe I don't know if y'all-
true.
Like, a lot of like our like little cousins and like little nieces and nephews and shit that's getting raised by, you know, our family members in the world, or just anybody in the world, like take like a little 8-year-old, for example. Like, they're like accustomed to eating at McDonald's like multiple times a week. To the point where like, you ask them what they want to eat, the first thing that comes up is McDonald's.
That's it.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn, you don't want nothing else.
Like, to the point where like, okay, you try to take them to Cava or Chipotle or you know what I'm saying?
They gonna act a damn fool.
They like, look, I don't eat that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? They start bugging out. You know what I'm saying? For real, no. Like I'm super dead
I
serious.
understand. Yeah.
I didn't think it was that bad until I seen that shit on my own eyes. I'm like, oh, like these people are through.
You take away the piece of candy and just eat an
Oh,
apple, man. They'll just so crazy.
Well, that's why they grow up bionic and can jump out the gym. And after a year and a half of doing that shit, they a fucking old ass man. Can't do it no more. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking about saying. That's exactly Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I said it. Yeah, he fucking closed, man. Yeah, fucking creator nigga, man.
You end up turning into Zion Williamson.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why their bodies don't hold up.
Exactly.
Bro, this is me, just me speaking as a man, but I grew up in the transition from breast milk to Similac. You know what I'm saying? And the Similac generation is all these 25, 30-year-olds that's already broke the fuck down. That's how your body responds to it. So these GMOs, them little kids that you talking about, them motherfuckers gonna grow tails if we here long enough.
They thoroughbred GMO babies.
There's steroids in that shit. You know, steroids make you, temporarily, it enhances your abilities to athletically to do shit, but there's a crucial long-term effect afterwards.
You
hit the
grow
wall.
up on Similac, by the time you're 30, your body is gonna be screaming. So how much more for GMOs? You know what I'm saying? Lord willing, we ain't here long enough to see that shit. But we already seeing the results.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't seeing the final results, but we seeing the beginning stages of it, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Those are, you show a little kid an apple.
He's like, what is that?
You know what I'm saying? It's like they confused. They being confused out the womb.
Nigga, 22 years old, 3 torn ACLs. It's like,
That's why I'm like, how the fuck you tell your kid
Man.
that easy? Nigga trip over the coffee table, going to the bathroom to piss and tears a kid. 20-year-old.
but I'm told all my ligaments in my knees just tore at once.
How you 24 need a Bluetooth? You need a Bluetooth at 24.
Yeah, that is crazy. They take honey packs. Like college kids take honey packs in college.
You supposed to
19 years
automatically
old.
be boy on your
Wow.
you know
You're
what I'm
supposed to
saying?
be going crazy.
Man, this nigga mean as fuck.
That's them GMOs though. See?
And that too.
Hey, wait. What was that? Do we ever get a second Timothy?
I got it right here.
Okay, we'll get a couple more. Second Timothy 3. Let's start at verse 1.
Yeah, this is 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
Yeah, because we started off in that Matthew 10 with Yahushua warning, his men like, hey, be what is it? Wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. Right? You got to be wise because we know that everybody out here does not have your best interests at heart, bro. And contrary to what Esau, he really been pushing that too. Like, we used to be bad, but we're good now. Like, slavery, like we repented, and like now, what I'm saying, you can work at McDonald's now, like with us, You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is. You know what I'm saying? But that shit could be farther from the truth.
Oh, by the way, here's the month of February.
Yeah. Here you go, the nigga month.
Yeah, here you go, nigga. It's 29 days.
We gonna give the alphabet community more days than you.
Hey, we gonna get an alphabet community a month during your day. Congratulations, niggas.
Yeah, Juneteenth in the middle of Pride Month.
Other than that work,
Do you like sweet potato pie?
That's some bullshit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Why do I say this? They don't even give you the day off, nigga. Nah.
Watermelon snow cones in the break room.
bro.
Everything watermelon flavor.
Damn, bro, these niggas trying to get money from them niggas.
With grape juice and shit.
You watermelon? Here you go, Tyrone. Enjoy this watermelon.
Second Timothy 3, starting at 1, it says, This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Yeah, that's what you see. Let's look at amongst Israel. You know, a lot of Israelite camps they're too proud to admit that the MOTB is the sin. They're too proud to admit when they was wrong on certain breakdowns.
Right.
You know, and ultimately it's to obviously not only to their own detriment but to the detriment of their congregation. You know, if they continue to if their congregation continues to be led, you know, astray. But what the Lord say, the blind leadeth in the blind, and they shall both fall into the ditch.
That's gonna be a big ditch.
Yeah. Well, that's Yahushua said, broad is the way that leads unto destruction. So, I mean, majority of people, they're gonna get caught up in a trick bag, man.
Shit, Babylon the Great is gonna be the biggest ditch ever.
Yeah, I was just that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
That's the ditch.
Yeah.
Ditch, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Back. Go ahead.
Without natural affection, truth breakers, false accusers, incompetent, fierce, incontinent, fierce,
Meaning without self-control.
yeah,
Read to verse 4.
Dispersers of those that are, what's that? Despisers. Let me clean my glasses. Yeah, despisers, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady-minded, high-minded,
Yeah, heady
and high-minded.
Yeah. Basically, all negative traits that you do not want attributed to your character, those are the people that make up the majority of the population.
Self-willed narcissist.
Yeah, right.
Everybody got their own page.
Yeah, you know, and everybody has an opinion, and everybody's pushing it, and nobody really cares. Nobody really cares, bro. Like about your boy Captain Kirk. That's what we call him, right?
I know I don't care.
Nobody. Like I'm talking about. Esau's mad if you don't care. Like the ones that you know support him. They're like, nigga, care. Like,
care.
Are you a Trump supporter? Like,
People getting fired over that shit, bro.
Yeah.
You got people getting fired because like people posting about it. You know what I'm saying?
Did you see? I was just watching today. They had they wanted to give a moment of silence at the Parliament.
Yep.
You know, and they denied it. Yeah, they don't want to do it, but at the same time,
People hitting the desk.
yeah,
They was hitting the desk
They was
during
hitting
that
the desk,
time
yeah.
of silence and everything. Not all of them, but the ones that
Yeah.
supported George Floyd and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
They were the ones hitting the desk, so it was division.
They showed George Floyd. They gave him silence.
That man.
But they did kill.
They like, y'all niggas ain't y'all niggas George Floyd, nigga, fuck that shit, nigga. That shit 8 minutes straight.
They did research on when he was pro-Israel. And he's condoning a lot of wickedness now. Towards the end, he started speaking up. But you know, even with this guy Nick Fuente, you know, he was calling out this guy Kurt for not being, you know, conservative enough or American first enough because he was, you know, he was pro-Israel.
Right.
Well, so basically, this guy was condoning the big G, if you get my drift.
Yep.
So why should anybody why should people feel sorry for him when you condoning these people out, these kids out here starving to death, and you call yourself a Christian?
Right.
So you know, hey man, you know, you can go fuck yourself all weekend.
Shot every day,
Yeah.
And homies too.
And both sides want
That's what I
blood.
meant.
Both sides want blood too. Whether it's the far right or it's the very left, even though they're weirdos and freaky, they all want blood too.
Absolutely. They saying it. They walking around strapped down too, making threats.
Yeah, I don't know where this was at. Like a video that was chanting "White man fight back."
That was say fight who?
That's what
I'm saying.
Fight who?
Bro, your own cousin shot the nigga. You.
That's what I'm saying. Fight. That's what I'm saying. Fight. Who? Y'all finna fight the world? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fight who? That's what I'm saying. So, and you know they'll tell you. If you ask them, they'll tell you. You know?
Well, that's why people are on the internet saying that what they're really alluding to is the Jakes that are speaking up against them and the ones that, you know, what Anna just stated a second ago. Care, nigga, care.
Right.
You know, niggas ain't caring, so they're like, fuck you, nigga. You know, you ain't want to care, well, fuck you.
Right. You know, also, if I just may add on to that point, a lot of people that's speaking out against it online is coming out saying things. It's two different sides of the spectrum because when you see on YouTube the thumbnails and the titles are saying black people, Charlie, black people speaking out against CK. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
right.
when you look into it, it's really these Edomite
Mhm.
weirdos that
Yeah, yeah.
you know I identify as them
Yeah, yeah.
ass niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Liberals.
Them
Yeah.
individuals. You know what I'm saying? But these titles are saying black people speaking out. So you clearly see that they're accusing.
Yeah,
That's it right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
JP
with liberals.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They actually closed a couple of black colleges too due to threats.
Yeah, HBCUs, yeah.
HBCUs.
HBCUs that got put on lockdown because of threats.
Yep.
All those this
Crazy, man.
It was like 15 of them.
Yep, yep. Yep, 15 to 20 of them.
This is the part of that. This is the part of those seditions amongst men.
Yep.
You see, bro, everything that we've been talking about is bubbling up. You know what I'm saying? The so-called race riots. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to go here. You ain't gonna be able to go there. You ain't gonna be able to move. You ain't gonna be able to do this. You ain't gonna be able to do that. We seeing it build up. You know what I'm saying? A few more heads got to get cracked before people like, look, we need to do something.
Right.
What we gonna do? Oh, okay, we got a solution to this problem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's moving towards something. Matter of fact, somebody get that word dispersed in Luke 21 and 25 real quick. Yeah, let's get that real quick. I think it's dispersed the word. Yeah, we need to jump into the root. Yeah. And read the verse, because the Lord is letting us know what to look for in the last day.
It's
No, go ahead.
So Luke 21 and 25, it says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon.
That's what I'm saying. All these different color moons, all these eclipses, all these signs in the heaven, we've been seeing them, we know what they mean. Go ahead.
It says, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations.
Right? Get that word for distress of nations. And then we can get perplexity too, if whatever. But distress is the word to go right into what we're talking about.
God, the root word for distress is Strong's G4912, suneko. Suneko. It says, skipping down here to section B, line 3, of a cattle squeeze.
Who's the cattle? The people are the cattle. Go ahead.
It says of a cattle squeeze that pushing in on each side.
Pushing in on each side. Your rent, your bills, your kids, your this, your that, your car breakdown. Right? Bro, these niggas letting niggas borrow a value meal.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you don't have mercy. Yeah, making payments. You making payments. You can make payments on like
Fast
anything
food?
now. Yeah, fast food. Klarna.
Oh yeah, okay. I know
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on.
Alright,
I know it's on that
For a
level.
meal.
Yeah.
That's fast food.
Yeah. That's what, bro, imagine not being able to buy something because you skipped out on the 2-piece.
Or a convenience store.
They gonna hold that against you, bro. Nigga, we want our $8, nigga. Squeeze it on every side.
With interest.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You borrowed $10, now you owe 40.
Yep. 100.
More than a 6-pack, man.
Go ahead.
Exactly what
It
it is.
says of a cattle squeeze that pushing in on each side, forcing the beast into a position where it cannot move so the farmer can administer medication.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck it, man. That's what I'm saying. People just gonna be like, fuck it, man, and they gonna surrender to the O, to the T, to the B. That's what I'm saying. A whole lot of that is gonna be for people just saying, fuck it. I beat.
That's the hour of temptation.
They gonna quit.
That's the Revelation.
That's
That's
the hour of
the
Revelation.
You know what I'm saying?
He calls it all.
Yep,
That's what General Yohana said.
Revelation 3. Hour of temptation.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. This is the Lord telling us what to look for. We seeing it. You see? All these fringe frogs out there with their chest poked out and shit. Watch them niggas fold like clean sheets, bro. Watch.
Right.
Go ahead.
That was unless you
That
want
was
to-
it on that. Yeah, that was it on
It
that.
also says of a prisoner, and ultimately, at least back in that Revelation 6, that black horse, which, of course, us being on the plantations in hardcore captivity, goes back to that, the zygotes. But, the system that's set up now is a digital slavery. So we're prisoners, man, still. Prison planet, yo. You want that word perplexity too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to, bro, the Lord is going to break these people. You know what I'm saying? And he going to use Esau to do it. And then he going to send in the troops with Yahweh shall lead in charge. Go ahead.
God, I'm going to read the verse again.
That's what I'm saying. 'Cause, bro, Israel is straight too.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Bro, this nigga squeezing the whole planet.
Yep.
Go ahead.
God, it says,
That's why Isaiah 14 talks about the king of Babylon. He would smoke the people with a continual stroke. That's right.
Mhm.
That's what we doing right now. They beat everybody, bro. Yeah. We beat everybody into submission with 9/11 before, like they were talking about.
Yo, because we suffering the straits, but we hoping for the wild, like it says in Ezra. But the
Seven.
world, they suffering, but they ain't got no hope.
They ain't got no savior. They ain't got a savior. They ain't got a savior, bro. That's what's wrong with these people, bro. They don't got no savior. Completely out of there. Go ahead.
it says Luke 21:25, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. And that word perplexity in the Greek is Strong's G640. Aporia. Let me make sure. All right, it says the state of one who is in perplexity. The root word is aporio.
That's what I'm saying. Sound like operation. They doing an operation on your ass. This is the operation that's gonna make you bend to me.
Business need.
Go ahead.
It says to be without resources.
To be without resources.
Damn.
Nigga, you think you deserve water, nigga? That's what this nigga telling you.
It's a privilege.
Earl,
Yo,
who the fuck told you can breathe, nigga?
Yeah.
This nigga over here breathing and blinking just like it's all good.
Like it's free.
Can't do shit. What? If this nigga blink one more time, I'm gonna go off in this bitch.
Man.
That's how this nigga look at us, man. That's how this nigga look at everybody. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it says to be without resources, to be in straits, to be left wanting.
That's what I'm saying. To be in straits, to be left wanted. That's what I'm saying. That tall ass hamburger is gonna disappear.
yeah, that dancing monkey, big ass nigga.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. I can't say that shit, bro.
That knuckleball head ass nigga.
So imagine what he gonna do to eat.
Man.
That ain't gonna do anything.
That car that came in on him when he was eating. Yeah.
Yeah, that nigga weird.
Go ahead, bro.
To be embarrassed.
To be embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's embarrassing to have to beg, but you gonna do it.
Yeah.
You bring your big bad embarrassed ass up here. Yeah, and get this roast ball, hoe.
They already getting ready for like people to be homeless because they starting to address it in the means of either you gonna stay here or you gonna be X'd out. So they already banking on a lot of people losing everything. I mean, the average person living check to check.
Oh yeah.
I mean, 2 checks, not having 2 checks,
Oh yeah.
that'll set you back for a whole year.
Oh yeah, you
You
done
one check away from homelessness.
A lot of people 1 check, bro.
I was gonna say this too. I was watching a video earlier this week about how it is in LA. Basically, like a lot of the working class, like people that make around the minimum wage down there, obviously they can't afford an apartment. So, like there's a lot of trailers. People basically like live in like trailers. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole business in LA for people who rent like an Airbnb, but like they rent a trailer though. You ain't renting an apartment, you rent a trailer for a night. And you know what I'm saying? Because people can't afford apartments.
Bro, it's bad to the point now where if you got a 3-row SUV, you can rent out that last
That's what I
row.
was just gonna say. People rent out their car.
You know what I'm saying?
Stay, not to drive.
I stay. You can't sit shotgun, nigga. This ain't yours. That's what, bro. Ain't nobody got time for that shit, bro. That's what I'm saying. So that's why these people gonna fold.
People gonna be on the tier road, not for take a road trip, but for to sleep, somewhere to sleep that night.
Hey.
I posted a video today in the chat. Whereas it was a news anchor, it was like 4 news people. They was talking about homelessness, and they was like, well, really the solution for these homeless people is like the guy was like, really, we should give them a lethal injection.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
On the news, they literally said it just openly, like, we need to kill him.
Eugenics 101.
They're addressing homelessness as a problem that has to be eliminated now.
Is it more on that? Or is it the war on homelessness now?
Right.
That's what I said. They never wage war on somebody you can just shoot. If it's a war, that's what I'm saying. Eventually a war is gonna be won, right?
Yeah.
They never give you an enemy that can be defeated.
Yeah.
war on drugs.
The war on drugs, the war on violence, the war on homelessness, the war. That's what I'm saying. You can't line up homeless and shoot it.
Right.
The war on terror.
They
That's
fight,
what you can't line up terror and shoot it.
they fight ideologies with war. But really, you should be fighting with diplomacy. If somebody is poor, okay, let's figure out why there's a substantial amount of people are poor instead of fighting and combating it with violence.
You know what I'm saying?
That's how you know that this is Esau easily dealing with.
Right.
That nigga say just kill him.
His solution is the sword.
Absolutely.
Just kill him.
Good ass point.
Just do it. Just kill it.
For everything.
Just
That's his solution for everything.
Niggas tell the judge, lock him up and throw him away, kill him.
throw away the key.
Alligator Alcatraz. Toss him in there.
Yeah, throw him over, give him some alligators.
Got all kind of ideas.
Bro, this nigga literally said there's alligators surrounding the place.
Yeah.
And they try to escape those keys.
Trump was making jokes like a motherfucker about that shit.
That's how you know, like the elder mentioned, bro. That's how you know this is Esau, bro. This is that nigga, bro.
Man,
That nigga mean as hell.
yeah. That Misco song, that's that nigga.
That's that bastard.
If not, we're in the league.
It's Proverbs 30:14. There is a generation whose teeth are as swords, and their jaw teeth as knives, to devour the poor from off the earth, and the needy from among men.
That's what I'm saying, man. Esau want to get rid of Jacob. All that go back to when my father died, I'm going to kill Jacob. You see all that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad we see it. You know what I'm saying? Because a whole lot of Jake gonna get caught out there. A whole lot of fringe Jake is gonna get caught out there.
Change that tune up.
I got another if I may, one to back this brother's precept. Job 9:24, oh, it was goody, but I'm going to read 25 afterwards. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Just backing up the elder's point in this brother's precept. Verse 25. Now my days are swifter than a post. They flee away, they see no good. So this got to be the man. Look at life. Look at lifestyle right now. Look at life. It's death. Death is the way of living right now. Like you went into, he doesn't rule with diplomacy. He rules with the sword. Therefore, my days are swifter than a post. You know, everybody's in danger with this nigga Esau on the scene. You know, ain't nobody safe.
Man, America's had what, 17 years of peace since it's been established? Only 17 years? You know, he's changing the Department of Defense to the Department of War now.
Yeah.
This is the man of war.
Yeah.
Continually are they gathered together for war.
Yep. Now they're keeping it home. Yep. So, you know, what was the last verse on that?
It says, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, for such turn away. For this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, laid away with diverse lusts.
Yeah, that's talking about wicked Israelites. You know, of course we got to be aware of them too. You know, because they're obviously going to show their horns, like John 8:44. Ye of your father the devil. You know, so that's why we warn the people. We exhort, we rebuke, whatever necessary. But just ultimately, the point being made, man, keep your head on the swivel, man. Okay, you know what I mean? People, they lashing out randomly. This, situation a couple days ago, dude got beheaded. Right. You know what I'm saying? On camera.
Man, that was weird, man. That nigga she was rolling through the parking lot.
You know what I'm saying? Like bowling ball.
Man, the Lord had to raise that dude. The Lord had to raise that dude that got beheaded. Like, the Lord had to stop running too.
Yeah.
Like, he literally was running, just turned around and just stopped, just sat there. I'm like, that was.
Yeah, he probably might have gave up because I think he got hacked while he was. He got caught and he was like, you know what I'm saying, on some scary movie shit, and then niggas was like, all right, bet. And but you see, imagine the spirits that got to be on a dude to do that, because the dude was dead long before he cut his head off.
He made a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why the scriptures say that every spirit that we created for vengeance. It's an example right there. There was a spirit that was wanting to do that. And whatever that motherfucker that got his head chopped off did, that was a spirit of retaliation towards that.
So like, sure, I just want to make a point. Man, the argument was for something ridiculous, man. It was a disagreement over a dryer.
Washing machine.
Washing machine.
Yeah.
You know,
We got into it at the laundromat.
Wow.
But-
I was low to the spirit though.
Yeah, but you,
Whatever we needed to the spirit to piss the Lord off.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, because it could have been some shit in the past life. Because I think it was the heathen that was the one that got.
It was a so-called Indian.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, he was the victim, and then the perpetrator was it seemed like a Hispanic dude. Yeah, Northern Kingdom dude. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? Hey,
That's all spiritual, that's a new thing.
Yeah.
That's why people are dying for such small things. They've done so much. And now it's we're in that time when the Lord is really kicking everybody to planet Earth. So in every form of fashion, whatever it is, you're arguing over some shoelaces. When you gonna be judged. That's your way out. Absolutely.
so I'll just read this last one to close it out. And then we'll just...
I have one too.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. You read that.
Just like he said, as an exhortation, be careful. Ephesians 5:15-16. See then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Man, you see that? You got to redeem the time, meaning you have to assess what's going on. That's what people are. Well, some people, they kind of getting privy to it, you know. But a lot of people, they're just going on with their day. They're watching Captain Kirk get shot in the neck while eating turkey sandwich at lunch.
Yeah.
They're like, good riddance, and then on to the next, you know, on to the next shift.
Yep. Desensitized.
Yeah, that's how, bro. You know what I'm saying? You desensitized now, bro. So to where people don't really care about a lot of shit that's going on in the earth and in the news and in other countries, or you know. So that's what.
It's crazy. Like even when that happened, there's people at my job coming to me like, "Hey, you see what happened?" I'm like, you know, me, I'm like stupid. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know, the whole thing. Like, what do you think about it? I'm like, it's not my fight. It's not my battle. You don't have any. Like people are, like people are really trying to like get you to like say what
You gotta set up, or they gotta be like, man, that was crazy, man.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
How could that be? My eyes be big.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's the same line. That's the same line right there.
No, because they feel unsafe, not knowing where your head's at concerning things like this.
Right.
They want to know where you at too,
Yeah.
politically speaking, so they can target you. You got a lot of people out here that, you know, hey, these people are on guard, man. Especially Esau Edom, you know. And the northern tribe, they on one too.
yes, sir.
So you gotta be careful with these guys, man.
Absolutely.
You know, we telling everybody to be circumspect, you know. We have to do this individually speaking. Like,
Yes, sir.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to exhortation and stuff like that, but when we turn these cameras off, we go home, you know, to the crib or whatever, bro. You know, it's very important that we, you know, are utilizing this in our personal life, bro.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Yep.
So, yeah, bro. You know, because it's getting serious out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All of us probably got stories in here of altercations that we avoided. I'm pretty sure. You know,
Spirit.
yeah, bro.
So is that the yours?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna just close out on this in 2nd Ezra chapter 8, verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." That's the common denominator. Okay, pride go before destruction, man. The reason why these people ultimately gonna get taken by all the snares that is gonna come to this place is because they're prideful, man. You know, and so if you are an Israelite, you fall in the category of a proud individual. You spiritually uncircumcised. Your heart is uncircumcised. Guess what? You're gonna suffer the same fate as Esau. Simple as that. Okay. So, amen. Lord willing, Aparatazah, this is edifying. With that, I want to give all praise and honor and glory unto Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushai Ba'Shem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and those, the great millstone. Keep the salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.